Hello, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. Okay, we're here, but we're actually going for Anaxa. Huh. I wonder who's actually going for ratio. I don't even know why he does. Well, anyway. I like him. So good. There we go. There we go. Anaxa. Very cool. I guess I should go for the weapon. Oh, I mean the light cone. I don't think that's it. What is it, 75, 25? I'm definitely getting this one. Not sure I can jinx myself. There we go, life should be cast to flames. Fantastic. I should create a new party for him. Again, I'm not sure what he does. Okay, he's here. Let's see if I can use him. Let's see what party they're rocking with. Erudition party.
Watch this magic trick.
Shoots him in the back. Nice. Show me
my attention. Look, the show has begun. With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Is that the tree? Is that the infamous tree?
Infinity.
Kind of hits everyone.
Commencing support. Enemy data secure. Network accessible. Time for a good old counterattack. Helpless as ever. Open sesame. Curiosity. Endless. Nothing but a boy. Never seen perfection before. Enemy data secure. Network accessible. Time for a good old counterattack.
scholar. Look, the show. With this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity. Twin soul.
You chose the wrong enemy. Eternal state.
Return!
Reacting for me.
The ability kind of reminds me of
Ready for another?
Alicia's attack.
Enemy data switch network activated. Time for good old counter.
Oh, you know, the pink elf. More accurate.
Curiosity. Endless. Nothing but a ball.
I mean, I do have everyone except for Herta, so I might be able to use him.
Dangerous thoughts. Harmony and unity. Night. Stars echo.
Sure, I'll play along.
Your answers? SAS. Knowledge. The measure of truth. And falsehood.
Go nothing.
0 points. Watch it.
Easy, Numby. Right. Investing in victory means playing the long game.
Hedge your bets. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Changes with changelessness.
Enemy targets detected. Enemy data sig network activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Step up, let's see ya.
No manners. Everything's oh, Star. Give these trailblazers your blessing. Commencing support.
That's all you got? Time to reap. That's all you got?
Who is he? Ready for another?
In the mood for another beating?
Enemy data sig network activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Immortality.
To lose!
Who invited you? Enemy targets detected.
Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Huh? Oh, let's see. Everything is worth. Oh, Star, give these Trailblazers your blessing. Ready for another look?
In the mood. Darkness, charge!
Can't stop the rock. Time for the main event. Ease up. Tough luck running into me. You're annoying. Turn it up. This song's for you. Ready to lose yours? You can fight it or rock with it. This is our chance. Pretty good crowd today. Let's rock.
This will strengthen our position. I've no interest in conflict. The truth of life and death is sexual. It's but a vision.
Told you I could fight. Let's make it quick. You can't run. Try that again. You can't run.
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life and death is sexual. It's but a vision.
My turn. Let's go. Try that again.
I've no interest in conflict.
Man, that felt weak. Anyway. Gotta get rid of these first.
The one thing I look forward to? Growing up, of course.
Growing up, huh? Oh boy, who's gonna tell him?
With this strength, I can save more lives.
We mustn't cling to the past.
Try subduing this kind of power.
Rather than using the Herta, I wonder if I could just
Try
use
subduing this
Herta.
kind of power.
Oh, you know, a Herta. Missing a little bit more. Gotta deal with it quickly.
Don't be nervous. Just cooperate.
Okay, that's it.
Try subduing this kind of power. Truth is already in my hands.
There he is. What does he use? Smart equip. System plan. Really? Alright, whatever. I don't think that went too well. Is there a... Can I swap this one out? Tachion's Outline Racetrack. Ruslan Arena. There's no other good ones. Alright. Ah yes, I was here looking for that fucking treasure. The puzzle. I freed a spear, it flew around, and I don't know where it went. And I'll find that in my own time, I guess. Dragonbone City. I should have enough time. The Idonian?
Indeed, my downtrodden fellow, your sorrow and joy are but means for me to amuse myself. I will at least derive some comfort. If all the tears that I had shed were determined by some mightier being above. It's you people.
Idonians came here.
Oh, this place. Must have been a beautiful courtyard in the past.
Possibly, yeah. Looked like there would have been greenery there. The withered garden. All flames will eventually die. All flowers will wilt. In the withered garden, the traveler's steps grow slower, each breath aging them in sorrow. As moonlight shifts and shadows linger. Garment maker. 3 nymphs. Okay. Hello. You remember Castros once spoke of the origins of the eulogistic butterflies. Some believe them to be the final obsession of the deceased, others believe them to be Thanatos' messengers. They are always found in places where many have met their demise. Lost human, if you can say one last thing before leaving this world, what would it be? I'm going to do a deep eepee. I want to live 500 more years. Farewell, Honkai Star Rail. I left my trailblazing legacy at... Well, I live if I stay quiet, right? Death is fair to all. I still recall the last words of some of the deceased, if you're curious. I'm interested in some last words. Of course, whose parting words would you like to hear the most? The rulers of the different city-states. I recall that an optimistic ruler once said, I have finished my business here and I die without regrets. Someone asked another ruler on his deathbed who his successor would be. He only said, the strongest. Strongest? Another one suffered so much pain that she gave this order to her doctor. Kill me, or be guilty of regicide. I remember one of the rulers only said water before dying. Heroes in war. Before his execution at the hands of the enemy, a soldier said, the only thing I wish to say in this last moment is that I can only give my life for my city-state again. City-state once. Many more soldiers didn't know when death would come. One said, tell them that it hurts really bad on one side of my body. The old captain who traversed many seas died from illness on dry land. She said, please help me put on my clothes and armor, and let me die like a proper soldier. She was buried by the sea in the end. A poet who wrote great works. Before his death, a poet asked his poet's son, tell me, Alexander, on your soul and conscience, do you believe my works will be passed on after I die? A poet spent her life pursuing new verses. To the very end, I seek no healer in the courtyard to declare my demise, for I shall proclaim this freedom with my own cries. Another poet died during his performance. His final line was, Thanatos promised me a better world. The nameless commoners. There was a philosopher of the grove who tried to pick some apricots but was scolded by his wife. He said, so what if I pick them? What the amphorious profanity is going to happen? Moments later, he died. When asked how they were feeling, someone replied, I feel good and comfortable. I must sleep now. Take the pillows away. I don't need them anymore. There was a person who felt a sudden headache and her last words were, what's happening? Oh. Oh, good night. Thank you, that's all for now. You come back anytime. I'm here. Listed from the discussed death in this fleeting fleeting phrase, the identities of the living and the deceased converge, as if the weight of these words would tip the delicate balance of the scale of life irrevocably toward one side. I'll still recall the last words on some of the deceased if you're curious. I seem to know a lot about last words. Now I don't understand them, I'm merely curious about them. A poet from Okuma once said that last words are words of wisdom uttered by a lingering breath, that deliver oneself gracefully to Thanatos' side. However, he himself discovered that at the moment before death, one's body and mind become unreliable as the candle burns out. In the end, his last words ended abruptly with, "If we meet again." Most humans don't have an elaborate phrase to go with their demise, let alone exciting stories, insights into history or affectionate farewells. The majority are completely unprepared for death, hence the lack of proper last words. Yes. For the living, I imagine their dying words, perhaps, but in the end they did get a chance to speak those words. Say hi to Castris from... I'll give her your regards. But she's right here.
Let's wait and see.
Please excuse me. I am but a scholar from a distant land who had the misfortune of falling into the River of Souls and turned into a member of the dead.
So she died by falling into the River of Souls?
This one seems to know that she's already dead.
Oh,
Yes.
I was merely speculating, but it seems I was right. And you... I recognize you. You're the Holy Maiden of Death from Idonia, right?
I'm sorry. I cannot bring you back to life. However, should you desire it, I can end your prolonged limbo.
I'm well aware of that. Even if you were able to revive me, I would never choose that option. That's because I didn't fall into the River of Souls by accident. Instead, I leaped into it to seek my death.
No.
Why?
I was about to say, you can't really
If
fall
you
into
could
it.
see the life I've led, then you would not reproach me so. My life was far too miserable.
What the hell was that green stuff?
But I did not expect things to stay the same even in death. What a joke. In escaping my mortal life, I've entered a millennium of pain instead.
What'd you expect?
Circes above. What cowards humans are.
You
For
just
we
move
fear
on?
both life and death simultaneously.
I'm sorry. I am also powerless to answer that question.
That's all right, Holy Maiden. At least you are able to respond to me. Please, grant me death.
See, you're doing them a favor.
Circes above.
Helping them.
Does this count as thinking till the moment I die?
She seems free. I can't imagine why I feel like to roam around this void for centuries.
I have seen too many farewells. Her distress is quite commonplace. There are those who will end their lives over what seems to be the smallest of worries.
Yes.
For some people, this power that I possess is a blessing rather than a curse.
Yes.
But I never managed to convince myself of that.
Cass, are you still trying to create a world without death?
Yes, because when placed under time's vast scales, there is no worry in this world that cannot be solved.
chat with Dan Hung about this. I can't agree with you on this. Yeah, you should chat with the Hut about this.
This is a wish that I've held for almost a millennium. My mind might have changed once upon a time if people managed to strike up a friendship with me. But I've never been more firm in my conviction. Now that I've learned about your near-death state, it is my duty to wipe death from the face of this world.
So she's doing it because of me? I'm about to die? Oh. I wonder if I can do the same thing with Hado. I just use Ernest to just pull her back. You know what? My mind is going places it shouldn't. Care to take a guess? No idea. Use your Bartolos. Hand over the chest now. You're a cold one, not caring at all about your old pal Bartolos' state of mind. Alright then, let's fight. Attack.
I'll see you off.
Ultimates.
A blade knows no mercy. The fight is death. Bloom. Unnecessary.
Eternal state.
Return!
Is this kind of skill? Or not, right?
You chose the wrong enemy.
There we go.
A new life.
I will dispatch you. Failed to set you.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Let's wait and see.
I'll give it back to you. Yeah, there's something oddly satisfying about getting beaten up when feeling empty inside. This used to be a magnificent city-state, right? But with just a turn of the cosmic wheel, it all vanished in a moment. This is maddening. The Netherrealm's foul water is everywhere, making it impossible for me to find any real treasure here. So that's what this was all about. So your true identity is... Wait a minute. There's hidden treasure? Oh, that's debatable. If even old Bartolos doesn't know where it is, maybe it never existed to begin with. Or maybe Bartolos from another space-time did it. And I accidentally downloaded their information. That would make Bartolos a teleslate. What an unexpected twist. What was it that ancestor Zagreus used to say? The world is a stack of recurring destinies. Truth is often less fair than trickery. Would they really talk so cohesively like that? Maybe not. It's been so long, I can't remember things clearly anymore. If you're different, but you're different, Cascade. I won't forget such a fascinating name.
Looks good.
What a peaceful day. am I supposed to hit it? Here. It has to be here. I need something that doesn't have traversal. How dare you attack the Queen's Knight? Are you an intruder here to attack our palace? Wait till Cross's air champions return from battle. They'll make you pay for what you did to my mount. I'll just do the traces a little bit.
Intellectual pursuit is doomed to be a long and lonely road. Intellectual pursuit is doomed to be a long and lonely road. Intellectual pursuit is doomed to be a long and lonely road.
Some healing. Alright. Bones of the Netherwing. Oh, Pollux, who died young. You're meant to unfurl your wings of bones and send the stench of death to the city-states. Yet now you rest in peaceful slumber, your bones covered in moss like a forgotten whale. This is the dragon's bones? Bones of Netherwing.
Let's wait and see.
There's a ball here. Iron ball pins down the platform. Try as you might not. You won't move. No obvious mechanisms can be found nearby. Her legs will move itself later. Time to use our Nexus miracle. I get scared when I see these vertical structures.
Broken stairs,
I
blocked
got vertigo.
paths. This place is gonna fall down soon. Do we need to enter that doorway to climb even higher? There seems to be a person. Oh, more like a soul guarding it.
But how should we get up there?
Can't you fly?
The path is blocked yet again.
Oryx's 8 always appears in times like this. How convenient.
Too convenient. Okay, that's the only way to go. That's what it looked like in the past. For some reason, there's Titankin here.
Look, there's even a platform lift over there. A chest of the past has been left behind, but none of its treasures remain inside.
Is that all?
What the hell is she talking about? It's talking about. It's like playing a memory game. You gotta remember what was here in the past. Oh. 8 moves. There we go. It's like, should it end on the button? Or I could just go on to the platform when it gets onto the button. Yeah, so I think that way, and it's like, yeah, okay. I'm done. Can I hit it? Still hit it? Oh, why can't I not hit it? Oh, whatever. Then my projectile doesn't exist in there. Oh, wait, it's definitely, it's kind of like future, isn't it? Okay, that's all I can do. We're gonna find somewhere to put this thing down.
Wait, what if the miracle suddenly loses its effect?
Mem, do you really want me to answer that?
Oh look, it's doing it from the bottom as well. Hello, Vault Officer. I can't talk to you like this.
Looks good.
Where do you put these devices here, I wonder? Change direction.
Is that all?
I'll be right back.
Looks good.
Okay, now I can go.
No match for me.
Relics from the Sea of
The more the
Souls.
better.
I hate myself with this. Excuse me, guys.
Is that all?
What a strange looking shape. Too easy.
That's how it works.
Is it me or the puzzle's getting easier? Oh. Maybe the middle area is actually very important. As it has a chest, of course. Excuse me. Oh, this is. Guess that doesn't really matter. Let's activate. Excuse me. You can't chase me. Yeah. Look at them. Come on, little piggy. remember this treasure used to be filled with treasures. Why is it empty now, Eep? Could it be that those people borrowed their treasures and never plan to return them, Eep? Yes. Well, I think I got everything. Hey.
Stay back. Don't come any closer.
Okay.
Don't come near me.
Why does he look so panicked? Did the black tide monsters frighten him? Or is he actually scared of his own extraordinary power?
Let's get to Thanatos. Let me find him. These are troubles that the powerhouses like us face.
There's no need to be alarmed. We're just passing by the area. See? None of us look threatening.
You sure? Rem looks very threatening.
You have a point. Although, while this might once have been the royal vault, it's since been plundered empty. So please go away right this instant.
Plundered empty.
You've misunderstood us. We simply heard your shouts as we were passing by, then decided to come over to find out what happened.
You shouting?
My goodness. Did I really yell out loud? How rude of me. I'm sorry to have bothered you. I merely saw a warrior. While that spirit didn't harm me, his blows really packed a hefty punch.
Warrior spirits?
A warrior? Could it be?
Wait a minute. You seem to be quite different from him. Are you actually alive? How can you walk around here while alive?
It's a long story. We're here to seek an audience with Thanatos.
Thanatos? Who's that?
Who's that?
Is it possible that he's also living in the era before death descended?
Death.
I see.
Could it be that you are here to defeat the evil dragon Pollux?
Pollux.
Pollux. Pollux.
Is that the embodiment of No. Death?
Pollux
According to the warriors under the Centurion's command, that evil dragon has been dead for quite a while. The curse that condemns people to death didn't originate from it. But they saw a girl within the dragon's embrace, and she is the true Reaper.
It's you.
Pray tell, where is that girl right now?
I've heard that the Queen spared no effort in bringing her back to the castle. Her Majesty intends to control all of Amphorius with this unprecedented power. As for whether this rumor is true, well, no one knows.
You have my thanks for the invaluable insight that you've given us. Please, treat this touch as a token of my gratitude.
Now die.
You... Are you... Thank you.
This is his...
It's probably part of your past. Maybe when you met Phenon?
Then you granted him death.
I'm in it.
That isn't like you. You would have refused even if I commanded you to do so.
I don't know. I did it out of sympathy, believing that I wouldn't be racked with agony, but I am still in a state of turmoil.
Sympathy? much sympathy for that youth who triumphed in every battle?
That young man was favored by Talantin, who taught him a move that will defeat any mortal enemy with a single blow and emerge victorious every time. He could rely on that move to always achieve victory during Era Chrysia. However, now that death has descended upon the mortal realm, that divine swordplay also means he can send others to death at will. In other words,
You feel that he's similar to you?
yes. Since he can never be inferior to others in martial combat, death would be the inevitable outcome every time he strikes. That's why he approached me and pleaded. Pleaded for me to put an end to all of this.
You are perhaps feeling lost from making your peace with death in so abrupt a manner.
Has he ever thought of not using the move?
Have not made peace with death. I've
That
seen
reasoning
the
was,
people of
I
Idonia
don't
stand
understand,
tall
but whatever.
and proud in the face of death. Even before the fated finale arrived, they were already content with the lives that they'd lived. They had such proud expressions. Expressions that made me believe death would be an insult to these mortals if the concept is truly a power that a god had carelessly cast down upon the world. Perhaps death's authority was never meant to exist in this world. Just like how I shouldn't exist.
I won't refute your beliefs for now, but would you be interested in listening to a story of mine? It's a fairy tale from foreign lands, told by the person who brought you to me in that ice field long ago.
Person that brought you to me.
A tale told by the Queen of Styxia.
And the fairy tale.
What? Wait a minute. That means the girl born in the dragon's embrace, the personification of death these souls talked about. That's you, Cass?
Yes.
I've already had an inkling for a while now, but I honestly have no memories of Styxia. My memories only begin after Aminet brought me to Idonia.
Don't look back. Keep moving forward. Always.
It's yet another eulogistic butterfly. Are we getting closer to the Nether Realm?
That's exactly what Polixia said to Casterus. What are you doing there? This isn't a place you can just waltz into with a ladder. Only warriors approved by the Queen may proceed. It said that such warriors can strike a giant single eye with a sling. Can you do that, Eat? Show me what you've got. Just stand there, try harder. I got this. Since you've beaten me, I'll turn a blind eye this time. But remember, I'm a dedicated guard, Eat. Still, where is everyone gone, Eat?
Shut up. Just shut up. Even if that girl is evil, there's no reason for you to absolve that monster. It was the both of them, who trapped us in this crevice between life and death.
Don't be scared. They haven't noticed us at all.
distance.
Went even further on. I'm not sure why I'm rebuilding random shit when the whole place is kind of I don't know, in ruins. Stick to your fables. Can't follow me on the elevator? Get out of here. They follow me on. I didn't expect that they will be able to go on the elevator.
I'm okay.
Hello.
Life is not so fragile. Who's here?
You impede me. Your end approaches. Blue. Unnecessary. You failed to send you.
Embrace a new life.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Let's wait and see.
Wasting my shit. Bastards. Hello, alchemist.
Oh, could you be the scions of Styxia?
Yes.
Did you hear about the great work that I'm doing here, and have thus arrived to give me the last material that I need for transmutation?
No.
Great work?
Have you heard of the great name of Pollux, perchance?
Was he the one that revived customers or something? I've definitely heard that name many times today. Its pilot is probably right here.
You don't have to describe it like that, miss.
You have? Then that's good. During the Age of Myth, a time likely before your birth, I was the unsurpassed zenith of alchemy that none could reach. On the shoals of the River of Souls, I shall make Pollux soar again and bring death back to the world.
Why would you want to do that, Mr. Alchemist?
Didn't that dragon already bring death to the world?
Oh, looks like you don't know the whole picture. While it's true that the missing girl can grant death to mortals, Pollux, the one who delivered her onto this world, makes it so that humankind cannot die.
So, it's just as I feared.
What'd you figure out? You and that dragon, are you two two sides of the same coin?
This is my guess. The deceased are supposed to drift down the River of Souls until they reach the end of the West Winds. But this River of Souls was blocked by Pollux's fall.
That's right. That's why it's imperative that I bring the dragon back to the mortal realm and make it soar the skies again.
So death was already...
I have long since prepared my alchemical matrix in the tower.
God.
Although I am still missing the most crucial material of all. That final ingredient, the final sacrifice, is none other than the girl who lives out her days with death.
What's going on? You didn't touch him, did you?
I know. that I am no longer capable of carrying out that task. Take this, all of you, and please fulfill that great undertaking on my behalf.
But we're no alchemists.
This.
We had been inebriated in Fagusa's feast too long before we began to seek divine bestowed death, so that we could be freed from the whims of fate. However, that brought doom upon us. Instead of summoning a supreme god, we encountered a monster that cut off the River of Souls. That detestable dragon Pollux denied all the dead from the gates of the Nether Realm.
I see, that's why they're saying there's no more Nether Realm.
Rest in peace. These departed spirits engulfed Styxia like a roaring tide. As a result, my city and its people no longer exist.
So Anaxa, where people lived forever. And this is also when people were still in Anaxa, where people live forever. It's just that when they become souls, they cannot move on to the Nether Realm to be reborn again. That's another form of undeath, or immortalism, or immortality.
That child is the only person whom I managed to save. Born within the evil dragon's abdomen, she has possessed the talent of death since her birth. She must have been granted to us by the gods as a chance for us to atone for our sins. Please, you must nurture her to adulthood and prevent her from experiencing all of the suffering that we went through. I promise that I will care for her as a mother, that I will protect her from the evils of death. By Fagusa above, thank you for your kindness. As her mother, please bless this child with a name before I am swept away by the River of Souls. Please, let me know how I should address her in my next life. Oh.
Castorus. Oh, calling up a name right now?
How a transient raven butterfly, a fleeting papilio castor, perches on the twig of death. Castorus. That shall be her name.
That's where my name comes from?
So it's you! Massive roar in the distance.
The sound's back. What is making that ruckus?
The sky kind of sounds like thunder.
Living ones, don't waste your time bickering. The Netherrealm's wrath is falling upon you.
Black Tide Creations. When did they...
No, right? They went on the elevator.
Please fight them with caution.
Be careful
you were gonna
not
handle
to
it.
suffer the same fate as those Black Tide creatures.
Same fate.
Hide behind me!
Please cherish this as you wish. Life is not so fragile. Look here. Embrace a new life.
So many of them! How are we holding up? May just protect us!
the wrong enemy.
Repent! Receive divinity.
Unnecessary.
Many.
Embrace a new life. May death protect us!
For the feast of strength. On the triumphant return.
Alright, Mighty's here. His soul.
You?
I forgot about him.
Lord Mighty?
I miss you so much that they almost killed me. Pun intended. Adventuring in the Realm of Souls too?
Lord Mighty. You've been through some tough battles once again.
That black tide is endless. My death is only temporary. I will find my path of return and go back to the world of the living and continue my protection.
You got killed by the Black Tide, didn't you?
Lord Mighty, I have always wanted to. Why does death reject you?
Because you haven't touched him yet.
I'm the one resisting it. I must resist the temptation to go with the flow. I'll go against the current and kill my way out of this cursed nether realm. That is my destiny.
He seems to be stuttering. Is this really the Proud Mighty?
It seems like he's completely focused on resisting the temptation of the dead's whispers. He's working hard every minute to deny death. It seems his battlefield is not limited to the world of the living. Lord Mighty, are you willing to travel with us? We're headed for the Matrix inside that tower, to summon Thanatos from their prolonged concealment.
Thanatos. Challenge. Death.
That's right. If we can work together and defeat them, you won't have to be troubled by the curse of immortality any longer.
Not a curse, it's a blessing.
Let's go together, Castoris. Let the person who has brushed against death countless times guide your way.
Cass, are you sure you want to do this? The alchemist said he wanted you to be a sacrifice.
Yeah, and then she'll turn into the dragon.
I'm not afraid.
Into Thanatos.
There's no reason for us to turn back anymore. Rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better option. Perhaps fate might take pity on us today and show some compassion.
Let's wait and see.
Looks good.
By the great Zagreus. Behold, a great work of old Bartolos. This huge raw stone was pilfered from the bottomless depths of the sea. Then, to determine if it really held a crystal filled with magical power, the stone was lifted to the sky to split it open and peer inside. Stop it, you're no Titan. So how much would that thing up there fetch? Stop playing games and give me those chests. It's invaluable, assuming you can find a way to move it. Even if you just had some mountain dweller melt it down, you'd still get a good amount of gold out of it. Oh. Fine, I was just spinning a tale. Okay, dang it. This is another realm after all. Well, it's apart from the mortal realm. Who knows what those things in the sky actually are? Though I must admit, the view is absolutely killer. Wait, did I just stumble into a deadly joke? Well, I suppose there wouldn't be any being left to tell the tale with this killer on the loose. Okay. Different, like, cups for Goose cups. Behold, the menu! Twin moon spire. The moon. It's said that glowworms also live on the moon. Its brilliant glow comes from them. I'd love to live with them up there. Eep. Wait a minute, there's another moon behind it. They did say the twin moons. I didn't realize it was, you know, that close to each other. Well, whatever. What a bright moon, so big, so round. Fragmented alchemy notes. The ruins of the ancient city. The feast has long ended, and the songs long silenced. The evening bell tolls, and the drowned still drift, their faces mirrored in the stars above. A call for deep slumber. Before you are rusted and broken chains, remnants of a path that once led to the tower. Wouldn't like to walk on chains.
This is going to be difficult.
Not with the power of Arnix. I think Castrum criminals have also have this. Watch me jump over.
Please calm down. If you were to fall into the icy cold river of souls, I'm afraid that you really would die here.
If I was more powerful, I would be able to carry one person with each limb and fly the four of us to the other side. The rune
At the
of
same time.
recollection is here, but I can't find the miracle orb anywhere. So weird. Huh, could it be in that collapsed tower in the distance?
Grab and tell if it's a tower. Looks like it's your time to shine. 1 minute. of men being useful comes from 1,000 days of training, ma'am.
That sounds so weird. Forget it. Just leave it to me.
Alright, rebuild the tower with time.
Just shout for me when you need my help.
Go, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
Got it. Just leave it to me.
She did the Paimon thing again. She will rebuild this tower, which rewinds time. So she's rewinding a time rewinding device. Oh. Yeah, when they said tower.
The pink squirrel is very smart.
I didn't think like a thing that shuts out.
Why am I a squirrel now?
There's no one knows who you are or what you are. Charge!
The miracle's range is limited. Please come a little closer.
Two moons embrace.
Aren't I a good fit for Orynyx's priest?
Of course. You're the most competent priest ever.
Why is it fucking up my angle?
The alchemical matrix should be behind this door. Is that...
Yeah. But this place reminds me of something. I'm not sure what. Is Castor's really supposed to be Aponia? Is this is more like Cele, the two Celes? Gives me more of that feeling. Hey, yo, what up?
Wow, there are so many of you!
And she has yet to move on, so she's still here.
It's little Cass and little Grape. Oh, there's also little D and the pink puppy! Trian? Aren't you...
Pink puppy. Dead. Trian and Muddy. I get it now.
This is the first time I've encountered a deceased friend while going upstream in the River of Souls.
It really works like this. Just like the other departed spirits we've encountered along the way. I'm also unable to sense the aura of the living on Lady Trian.
Yup, you're right. Trian already knows that she'll not be able to return to everyone's side. But Trian believed that little Cass would eventually return to the Netherrealm.
She really did see her tomorrow.
So, Trian has been standing here, at this spot closest to the world of the living, and waiting for little Cass.
Oh.
Took us quite a while to get here.
Very tough for you.
But according to what Trian said, we're almost at the entrance of the Netherrealm. Trian promised Trevi and Trinan that when little Cass got here, Trian would get the gift ready and be the first person to run over and welcome you.
Oh, the gift. But I thought she would give us the gift when we got back.
So, little Cass, don't cry. Please, accept this. We finally finished it.
This is what Lady Trevi once mentioned. The gift for me that you didn't manage to finish.
The Holy Maiden of Janus. Even when separated by life and death, their thoughts are still connected.
Trian spent a lot of time drawing this. Trian hopes that little Cass likes it.
Seriously? It's seriously a wonderful drawing. Lady Trian.
This is our flame chase journey.
Little Cass, we don't know what your journey was like before. Trevi has always said that it must have been a very harsh and frightening journey. But little Cass no longer has anything to fear now, because everyone is here with you in this flame chase journey!
That's right. Only now, when I see Lady Trian's gift, do I realize that I've already obtained so many things I would never have dared to dream of since I embarked on the flame chase journey. It's the first time I've gained so many companions. The first time I picked up the hobbies of crafting and photography. The first time I had dinner with someone else. The first time I went to the market to buy the Chimera doll I'd liked for a very long time and hugged it to sleep. The first time I wore a dress personally made by Lady Aglaya. The first time I went for a walk with Lady Treeby, Lady Trian, and Lady Trinan. The first time I enjoyed the night breeze and looked up at the stars with Miss Hyacin. The first time I took care of Dromesis with the Trailblazer. Looking back at all these experiences I never thought were possible, it feels as though the scales of my life had shrunk from centuries and decades down to minutes and seconds. And all of them are so precious. I took countless photos in the past, but they're all black and white landscapes. I don't have a single one with friends. If I had known, I would have taken more pictures.
Good thing. Maybe we should all take more pictures with friends. Then shall we take one now? Yeah, it's not too late. Would they show up though on the camera?
Trian says yes! Trian likes little Cass and would love to take a picture with little Cass.
Sadly, being departed souls, our images cannot be captured in the world of the living.
We got Mem though.
I thought so too.
What? Are we seriously going to leave any room for regret?
Save the memory, Mem.
There won't be any regrets. This vivid drawing surpasses any photograph from the world of the living.
Little Cass smiled. Trevi, Trinan, and Trian's wishes finally come true!
I remember you once said that fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Now, the path that belongs to me is about to reach the end. Thank you for bringing me the final key.
Key? Little Cass, why are you talking in riddles all of a sudden?
I know, right?
I have a feeling that soon This gift of yours will become the key to saving Mrs. Life.
Save, just...
That's amazing! Then keep smiling and carry on bravely! Little Cass, Little Gray, everyone, see you tomorrow!
With a blinding smile, Trian's golden form disappears in a thin fog of Styxia's moonlit night.
Lady Trian.
Oh, there's Cypher.
The aura
Standing
of
back
this
there.
place. We have indeed reached the end of the stream of souls. If I go any further, I might lose myself. I must leave now, for the black tide still wreaks havoc in the realm of the living.
Think you find your way out? Don't you want to know the truth behind Thanatos?
I seek not to enter the door to the nether realm. Castorus, will you fulfill your duty for the flame chase?
I have yet to make my decision, Lord Mighty.
No matter. Make the choice your heart desires. Even if it takes 1,000 years of waiting. I will continue to fight till I die. Then rise from death. Till the miracle descends.
There is one more thing you should know, Lord Mighty.
What is it?
Professor Anaxa may have deduced the principles behind the Era Nova. You and I may be reincarnated as strife and death in the next cycle, becoming calamities wreaking havoc upon the world.
We'll destroy the next world.
I see.
Is that all? Are you going to accept such a fate without complaints?
Do you have a strategy to shatter the shackles of our fate?
Let the Flame Weaver take it all.
I haven't found it yet. Perhaps I never will.
Then, cease wasting your thoughts on futile matters. Control what little you can. And when fate's inescapable grasp comes, resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
Thank you, Lord Mighty. I will find the right decision.
In the name of strife, may you meet a fitting end.
This must be the alchemical matrix the spirit mentioned. Let's see. We need to insert Aquila's sky, Georios' earth, Kephalie's fire, Fagusa's ocean, and Nestia's love.
It seems our sweet Princess Homebody has made up her mind.
To resurrect
In
Pollux.
that case, seamstress, I suppose I no longer need to deliver your message. My time is rather precious after all.
Whether you wish to break free from death or not, please, follow your heart. By the promise you once made, I ask that you fulfill your duty one final time. Castorus, please, live as a human, and die as one.
According to that alchemist, the final piece is supposed to be me. However, he is not privy to the past, and therefore cannot see the full picture.
But he's from the past.
The past?
I saw the twins of death in Kethali's memory.
Oh, the very
And
far
now
past.
I am certain that I was one of them.
Well, yeah.
The trial of the Hand of Shadow demanded taking the life of your family. I died during that trial, falling before the gate to the new world. And my sister, whom I never met, became the Titan Thanatos of this cycle. She was consumed with regret over my death, so she used the Titan's authority to reforge my soul. Yet, it also means she has never revealed herself to anyone, hidden away from the entire world. That's because the Titan she became already fell at the start of everything. They died for me, and now lie in slumber in the River of Souls.
They are the dragon.
You mean Pollux?
Yeah, you know, Pollux.
That's right.
Polluxia.
The River of Souls is no material river. It cannot be blocked by ordinary means. Only a divine corpse can prevent the dead from reaching the next world. And that's why we have to awaken Pollux from death before we can retrieve the core flame of death. We have to reforge its body with the power of alchemy.
So we're gonna revive it to kill it.
But Cass, if that alchemist speaks the truth, does that mean you're also part of the dragon body?
According to those departed spirits, I was indeed born as the dragon's twin. But before we talk about that, have you heard the sighs?
I did when I was collecting the souls. You sighed many times on the way here.
No, not from me. The sounds that come from the memories when we were collecting the souls.
I heard them too. So what are those?
I think it's probably the sign of Pollux's wish being fulfilled. They must have realized how heavy a price they'd need to pay when they used their divine authority to resurrect a dead woman. That's why they exerted every ounce of their strength to send me to Styxia, a city that called for death, a land where none is hostile to death. They never saw their wish fulfilled and fell so prematurely, all because they wanted to give me a new life. Pollux must really want to know how their sister has been after giving their all to save her. That wish is the reason Pollux's soul still lingers in the mortal realm even after their fall, quietly watching and documenting every detail of their sister's life.
So instead of picking up objects on the way here,
Yes.
We
So
were
the memories.
instead showing things to a strand of yearning that lingers here. Now, we must weave these yearnings together and restore them into Pollux's complete soul.
but all of this is just a hypothesis, right? What if we go through with the ritual and it turns out totally different?
That's fine. As Professor Anaxa often reminds us, such is the nature of alchemy. The true outcome can only be known once the process is complete. This is why alchemy is also known as the miracle of creation. Now, the puzzle of Pollux's yearnings is nearly complete, with only one final piece remaining. I shall reveal what they have been yearning to know in the alchemical matrix. I will show them my whole life since I left Styxia.
The picture?
Lady Trianne has already drawn a picture of my entire life. And it is now in my hands.
Indeed. That's why she sells the key. That's a long scene. Trianne's hand-drawn picture. Trianne secretly prepared a small gift for Castris, a childlike drawing of the companions on their flame chase journey. Castris perceptively noticed that it, and the memory it represents, would be the key to saving Cascade from the Netherrealm. But little Cass no longer has anything to fear now, because everyone is here with you on in this flame chase journey. Alright. Ah, a chest. I might if I do.
Looks good.
I don't think there's anything else around.
Then, let the ritual begin. Objective is complete. That is all. Such is what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual. And now, Pollux, I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. Perhaps you will be disturbed by this, and your body may become horrifying to behold. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, then please, look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I have obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for. Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first soul we can communicate with here, right?
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here.
And Castris grants her a release.
The only difference is that I was there when she died. Please, go on. I'm listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia?
Yes. You're just as smart as I imagined, but... never mind. Now's not the time.
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you. You're already at the resting place of the dead.
The world of the dead? But how?
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Castris, the girl who coexists with death. But you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that you have protected that girl's life well.
Well, in that case, let me begin. Styxia, the pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even before Idonia did.
They also worship death? They don't worship Ragusa.
You stand now. I suppose that's a bit hard to believe. Right?
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the era Chrysia, blessed with eternal life, could ever yearn for death.
I have pondered the same question, child. But I am afraid there is no clear answer to it.
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone once explained to me why death isn't necessary to the world. But I still can't take that as the final answer. Would a world without journeys and epics be worse off?
I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior. I, however, did find some inspiration in these words. Would you like to hear my thoughts, Castoris?
Please enlighten me, Lady Almanette. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death. Your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us. But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death?
Blessing from death?
Love.
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world could be revisited endlessly. And every bond formed carried no risk of being severed.
That's why you knew you never needed to take pictures of your
The
friends.
so-called Era Chrysia was
no
an
one will
age
die.
devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose, and waiting for something to happen. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence.
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and desperation, but...
That's right, Castoris. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return to a state of stagnation.
I understand, Lady Almanette. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of Gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia, and Aglaya would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey. None of these stories would ever have happened, and I would never have lived, let alone found happiness. Thank you, Mother.
No. She's killing her like that.
Use all the love I've experienced in this long life to complete the final miracle. My teacher, Anaxa, grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace.
Hey, what the hell? Its head stuck inside the shell.
Must be repaid.
HP is reduced, accumulates desperate bubble. For damage mitigation to the nasty.
Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred?
For the arms, or should I go for the main body? Let's go for the main body. Ow. Damn it. Aren't I using Netherwing to defeat Netherwing?
Turn back. Netherrealm.
Otherwise she would have died from nothing.
Oh, death. Sleep in peace.
Though this is like Castra's killing her own sister, right? So this would fulfill the trial of death anyway?
I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid.
Need a hand with that shell?
Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. I'm back, Pollux. this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm, just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now.
Great, let's go. Well, we won't have to go into an egg, right?
They may look scary, but as long...
Oh, can't hear you. Oh, I think I'm dying. What's happening?
What's wrong?
I'm dying. I feel dizzy. I think I'm done for. Wait, where's my last words? Just don't say anything, I will live.
Are you...
What's wrong with her?
Her time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid her soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch until I return, all right?
All right. I'm the best at taking care of others. Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets.
No regrets. Take your time, I can still hold out. I'll go too. Let's see who gets to the Netherrealm first.
That's not funny!
It's a deal then. Please. Wait for me.
Did I say I'll go too? I want to go too. Nice. You sit in your little dinghy, eager to hear my song, follow closely behind. But you're not with me into the vast sea, for perhaps without seeing me, you'll lose your way in the ocean. The ocean across has never been.
After all that.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, you sit in your little dinghy, eager to hear my song and follow closely behind. Please turn back, return to the homeland you know so well. Venture not with me into the vast sea, for perhaps, without seeing me, you will lose your way in the ocean. The ocean I cross has never been sailed by anyone. Pioneer.
You still ended up back here.
Plexia. Broken moon, broken eggshell.
So the legends were true. The Netherrealm really is a sea of flowers.
Yes,
What's this? Bloodborne?
just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you, Plexia?
Do you remember me?
No.
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier. However,
Seems like
Since you recognize the name,
she remembers her
you
past
must
before she
already
became
know
a
everything
Titan.
about Thanatos, right?
Yes.
Why is she different to Nias and
I'm here to reforge the order of life and
Xerxes.
death in Amphorius.
and Calypso?
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off into the distance. Just like what you are doing now.
Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Polixia?
Where should I begin? I suppose we can start from the beginning. A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins. As foretold in the prophecy, they were chosen to be successors to the god of death. But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family member with our own hands.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death. I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Then, what about
So she's the
you?
Hand of Death.
As
the
the
Hand of
half of
Life.
Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead.
That's what happens when you
irony.
deny death.
My selfish desire to save your
Aristocracy
life
cannot happen again.
gave you and the world a fate far worse than death instead. Then, What was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them. All while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness.
It's a nice shot. Nice place.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our
Especially
lives
nice
were
if you
mirror
like purple
image of one
blue.
another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination. We walked different paths, yet experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, even upset.
I did say that Cancerous was
But I
dead.
realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing,
Apparently she's
I
just
wouldn't
half
have
of one.
understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view of this landscape. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will, nor can the Hand of Shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own, not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
You, too, must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together, haven't we? I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written, and let us draw this seemingly endless fate to a close. It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day as desperate spirits are denied by this lonely wasteland. I always hoped I would see you among them, but I was also afraid of seeing you. I didn't know how I could possibly face you again, but more than anything, I was afraid that you might have forgotten all about me.
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? I made it back anyway. You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So, let's give our core flame to her and have her take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death.
And you're not going back, Casterus.
Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about
You'll
picking
become
out favorite
Thanatos.
souls. We were only meant to watch over life.
So she'll join
Let's
her
tend
sister.
the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Polixia?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the Chrysos heir of death, as their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived once again.
One of them has to die.
Just like before.
And most likely it will be Polixia.
Yes, just like before. But unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared.
You've made up your mind?
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid, as long as you're here with me. Complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life. Like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the netherrealm, perching on the twig of death.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm. The river of souls shall return here and rain down from the sky,
Nah, kinda like Maddie staying
scattering
in Castro.
souls across the earth.
She'll stay here.
The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls, and bloom evermore.
Thank you.
No, it says Thanatos now.
Just one last thing. Can you grant me one wish?
A hug.
Of course. What is it?
Please,
Oh.
don't forget me.
I promise you. When we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation,
The other Aeronova.
even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms. Just like what I did when we were born.
Casterus. Casterus. You're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
Even her hand of death can kill death. God damn. At the same time in Okuma.
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour is already at hand. When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death. Are you ready?
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds holding you back again?
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter waste of my time.
Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant than they are.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh. I did not expect to hear that from you. Are you not going to refute me?
Just the same as them.
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway like you.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped the last time?
No, it's
You
been too
were
long.
saying that Amphorius's history is cyclical.
Oh, well, yeah, that.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins, who are fated to succeed death. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nikador and Naias, act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Polixia and her sister. If Castorus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
But she doesn't remember anything from the
That is
previous
all
cycle.
well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error in your hypothesis, the girl will be shattered.
The girl? Which girl?
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If you are overly cautious, then you'll never have the gumption to make the first step, and change will never come. Besides, I, Anaxagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world. Come, let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
Worms? Lament on stream of souls. This is the Shattered Land, the realm of slumber and night. The flesh of the living cannot board the boat on the river of souls. Green bubble and slumber. Witness the results of the citizens' assembly.
So they are leaving the final debate to him.
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people!
You say help us?
As always,
help
that
us.
woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Everyone
big
must
day.
cast their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose.
Frog, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this?
No.
Akama has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence. But that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
How long did it take you?
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium.
It is the Citizens Assembly.
Do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself as her pawn all this time? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That is what you should be thinking about.
He's helping his adversary.
You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
The citizens.
Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
Myself.
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
Military runner. Hello? Announce that I'm here. Lord Anaxa, you're finally here. The last speaker of the assembly will be taking the stage soon. The resolution will be passed after that. Lady Kindness has reserved a special seat for you. Shall I show you to it? Lead the way. Alright, this way, please.
I actually don't necessarily find things remaining the way they are. Really wish to say it. I'm a little nervous. Thank you.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. As the Theoros, I present to you Phinin of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of Akama, and the last speaker of the assembly.
Much obliged, Lord Lycus.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya.
Penniless lad?
Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the end of the Flame Chase journey?
She doesn't feel like she relates to the common people.
Can this dude really
Lost her humanity.
kindness? I actually don't necessarily find things remaining the way they are. Really wish to say it.
He's the deliverer. The perfect hero.
Carefully above. Dear citizens of Akama, as you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders. And your uneasiness about the future of the Holy City. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kefali, at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us.
What?
Hyades Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a
talk about the
village
Flame Reaver.
forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't. Because she, and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more. I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. My childhood friends. They were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, finally? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the black tide.
That was his fear in Nicodel's
a looming
trial.
threat that can bring Akuma to its knees anytime. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity gone, Akuma will return to an era Chrysia once more, but much
It'll
as
be
it
not
pains
my
me,
era Chrysia.
I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaver has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flames of the gods.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akuma still a picture of peace?
Because he's not here yet? Because he's approaching?
The city of Akuma shows no signs of pandemonium.
What kind
or
of question was
chaos.
that?
And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akuma from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaya has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear. Council of Elders claims that Aglaia will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akama away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akima's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
Oh, vermin. Them's fighting words.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaia has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows. Not once has she ever failed Akama. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akama. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power? Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaia, Tribios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
Only our best interests in mind. I still don't understand. We never believe our details are them.
In an uproar, representative leaders from different cities in Okima throw pieces of pottery into the Dolium. Are there votes?
At the present time, on the scales of Talenton, those who call for the continuation of the Flame Chase journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
Equilibrium. What does it mean? It's a tie?
Expected. This is the moment when the Flame Chase journey is the closest to its end.
But history is cyclical, so it can't end.
And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxa.
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse.
No pressure or anything.
I have long since made a decision.
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world.
He votes on neither. Hello.
I trust you haven't forgotten the world we've envisioned together.
I don't even know what that is. Hello? No? Hello? Huh? Okay. Now break the pot. I want to shoot it.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move.
But?
Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphorius, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness...
It's really performing.
Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
I abstain. Can they even abstain?
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Is he waiting for himself to die?
The act! Who do you think you are, wasting our time like this?
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Rule number 1, do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2, never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
And they're all interrupting him.
Just vote already. What are you waiting for?
Your vote.
I have a feeling it's gonna break the dolly.
Your vote.
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides. You are...
Well done, child. Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great things.
Teacher.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists.
It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
I respect you immensely, sir. But
I want to be a newsperson.
You cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But, as your friend and mentor, Anaxagoras, I say, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
I will keep that in mind.
Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now. May we meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
He's waiting to die.
Silence! Silence, everyone!
Behold, Circes, here at the center of the world, I shall write the final step of my proof. For this place is but one step away from the truth.
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Castorus.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase journey and nothing else.
Elder Kindness, I have deciphered the truth of this world.
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. Buy carefully into Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed.
The council gonna object?
No! Ligus, you can't! Anaxa, what have you done? Have you lost your mind?
I'm not sure how
I hope you are prepared
they were able to
for
communicate
the harsh
and
punishment awaiting you. Mark my
I guess he was about to
words,
die.
I
That's
will
why.
make sure
Maybe?
that
I'm not sure.
clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance.
Well, he is a
just to aid their
performer.
preposterous flame chase journey.
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides.
Indeed.
Because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Yeah, as I said, he'll pick his own
Lady
side.
Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of this assembly.
Yeah, since you hold this so high regard.
That Akama has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the flame chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the wall of heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
You! It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer.
Is he gonna regale them all with his theory? That apparently was proven right. Castrus became Thanatos and denied him death. I assume that's what happened.
By your leave, Lord.
So he was waiting to die.
Interesting. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly.
Oh, who want to listen to him?
What is this performer up to now?
No, he's actually performing now.
Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphorius. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution.
Even though he voted for it?
Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending
that the
Chrysos have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Nonsense! That's impossible! What is he getting at? Of course not.
And saying Era Nova is not the answer.
No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you. Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the Flame Chase journey is the best course to take, right?
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So...
I'm one of the council members. I voted against it.
I see. In that case, Vinan, answer me this. Your speech was filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise?
Professor, what are you doing?
He's performing.
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you
the entire
one
citizens
final lecture.
Assembly.
Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare Everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true! Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesized demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
Intact memories? It's gonna make sure he keeps his memories.
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday. And the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
Is he talking about the Stigmata project? I have a feeling he is. It's basically Pinnacle.
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you, even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods?
How can you prove?
How can you prove?
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with the god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
Fused with Kefali.
What is he talking about?
And he has Cersei's in his
Isn't
mind.
that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me.
Drag him down.
By the gods, even Kindness has betrayed Akama.
The Kindness we're carefully afloat.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bears no responsibility for his actions. Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
Yes.
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day, nor will it be shattered overnight.
Next minute.
Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows. We should respect this beautiful city and her people.
You...
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Talantin and the justice of Kefali. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akama's codex, as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine to bear.
Made her the ruler of Ock.
How is this permitted? Somebody do something. This is how we're supposed to hold.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akima's codex, I request all present citizens to stand with me in exercising the right of judgment. First, Elder Kindness of Akima and Ligus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against a god.
Personally, I don't really care much about this politics, this power games.
In the names of Talantan and Kefili, Akima is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment.
Power plays, the power struggles. Just
Curse you. Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed to grave blasphemy against Kefili. In the names of Talantan and Kefili, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Can't hear you guys. Oh, there we go.
Professor.
He really wants to die. But Thanatos have been denied death, yes.
Let him die! 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 Let him
Oh my god, how many?
What decision will you make, Lady Goldweaver?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you.
Let him die!
For fuck's sake.
Let him die!
I get it. I fucking get it.
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantan on high, may you bring death upon him.
How they do it? Yeah, whoa, death, yeah, whoa. Whatever. Sea of flowers. What is this place? We'll be saved by Castris.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castris while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends.
It's a beautiful place. Mom, I made it! My character arc is finally done!
You're still as energetic as always. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos himself. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing as the bearers of countless souls. And it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven.
This music's not bad.
Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its end. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Emphorius to wait for when the flowers bloom again. Now, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the netherworld and return you to the realm of the living. In exchange, please take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain.
You have my word. Y'all are not going back? But at what cost?
Rest assured, defying death is Thanatos' divine authority. Fortunately, your soul hasn't dissipated. This is not a resurrection, but the extradition of a dying person back to the present world.
Extradition? Does that mean she'll still die? So you're not going back?
Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny.
She has to ferry the dead.
That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the netherworld's grasp.
Will there be no
Please consider this a
repercussions for
one-time
this?
exception. I will do everything in my power for the flame chase journey. And for your life, the only life I can save.
So she can only do it once and it's for me. Okay, well I guess Anaxa goras is dead. I'll do my best.
I am glad to hear that.
I guess he kind of fused his soul with Kefali, so maybe he'll be fine. Keep moving forward, don't look back. The Express is right here with you.
I believe in you.
What happens if I go this way? Resist the land of dead temptation and leave the nether realm. Oh, I can't. I actually can't. I thought there would be like an alternative ending. Damn it. Maybe if I do this, it'll be faster to move along.
Such a sweet jewel. I beg you, look back for me.
Lift your chin up high. Step forward with us toward tomorrow.
That's right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
I assume everything's tailored
Onward
to my walking speed.
Show me your courage.
Partner, we shall become heroes together.
Almost there. Finally. Yeah, that's the image. Thank you, Castris. Since I've already made it to the end, maybe I can have one last glance at the sea of flowers. Should have taken some pictures. Don't turn around, keep looking forward. Don't turn around, keep looking forward. What the hell are these? Akron. Fear not. There's a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. I see. She's commanding us. He'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight. What the hell is she doing here? What's this? What in the world are these shadows and voices?
All of this is proof that you once lived.
Is this your
Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home.
Kind of sound like mine.
So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain. Over here, friend! Take my hand. Let's go home.
Goodbye, Netherrealm. Hello again, Mortal Realm. Didn't take her hand. Alright. Let the trailblazing continue. I'm back.
At last. I knew you could do it. Your soul is still perfectly whole. As if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Ornyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own?
It's the Stellaron.
It's truly incredible. Such a strange surge of familiarity. So hard to describe. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the laws from beyond the sky, so familiar to you, that intertwined our fates long ago. It seems that this is a riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath into a fine rain that nourishes the world. Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation.
Yes.
I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod, and destiny draws to a close, I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves.
So that's what it means, the separation.
I once sought, but could never grasp snow within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time? Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived.
Ah, I see.
Farewell, then.
I think.
May we reunite in the new world.
I think I get it. That's why they were able to hug and not kill
That
the Trailblazer.
grand and absurd performance was what you've been seeking your whole life?
Is that she died?
I gave up everything in search of truth, and it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as if you
crave power, like a fly craves rot.
Yes.
Those are your words, not mine.
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Finan?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity. You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse.
They're all dying.
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy, Aquila.
Aquila's the final one.
So, this is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us? May I resonate with your core flame, Aglaya?
Please do.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thinned to such an extent. You're insane.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this. Until Finan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the flame chase journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as an empty shell.
I've long predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and I had just spoken this candidly before. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you and I agree on.
Finan.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people, and I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of fulfilling your mission. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Aranova.
Mean his clothes?
Congratulations are in order. We found common ground at the very end of our destined paths.
When you put it that way, it makes
maybe
me
an
want to
extra
take back
chorus. Just doesn't like the color white.
Aglaya, we're back.
Yes, too bright. His clothes.
Come welcome our great hero reborn from the ashes.
I don't think it's that bad.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his own shortcomings.
What shortcomings? Core Flame of Death. The fallen soul of Thanatos, the dead Death Titan. The Core Flame urgently awaits to return to its place. The demigod of death has already overcome the trial and assumed the authority of the Titan.
Nice. I'm gladdened by your triumphant return.
Oh, god damn it.
But I don't see Castris among your number.
She's already the death demigod.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
She finally understood her origins and completed her trial. I believe she'll always be at our side.
I agree.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Dreamin, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
Let the ceremony begin.
O gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they returned, to walk now among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead, and reborn among mortal kind. She is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in her good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world. We seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world.
Yeah, we came a long way.
Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
We're almost finished.
Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Surrender core flame. Goodbye, Castris. We're just missing 3 more, 2 of where we know they are. It's just really Aquila that's left. And obviously, Kefli is gonna be the last.
For death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Indeed. You're gonna surrender yours too?
Look, it's...
Oh, she's here. Is that Castris?
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
She already completed. Oh, that's great. We don't have a translator.
What did she say?
Usually Castris is the one that translates.
The language of the Titans. Castris. No. The Titan.
Oh, it's golden now.
They said, I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal. Do not forget.
She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now.
Yes.
I won't stop you.
Professor, you...
What's with that look? You were present.
Yeah, everyone voted.
So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akima's divine laws or keep me from creating a new world.
You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god?
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind. It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides, I still have you, don't I?
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from memory could never be the same as the original anyway.
Then allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong.
I was dead for a while.
What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us.
So, normal people.
What are we when it comes to regular mortals?
Potential
The very
crosshairs.
essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees.
Is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories, and then scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is.
Partial
to destroy
memories?
our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan.
I see.
So, carry everything of this world.
That's why Kefali actually remembered.
Don't disappoint
fused the soul.
those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver. And especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
It's meant to shoulder all the memories.
Anaxa, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the new world.
Good. That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Farewell, great performer. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Salute him in the same way. May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
Are you satisfied, honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Anaxagoras of the New Sporists and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus,
Just like
I
that.
shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship.
Corruption and hardship.
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Oh, Circes. Is that all you've got?
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity, and you were never the type to give me any leeway.
That is true.
But I do still have one question.
I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
How should I know?
Very beginning of all things.
Oh my.
Probably a fully.
But, since we are both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead.
Rejoice, Circes. I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul!
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Oh, he's dead.
Thankfully, she's still alive.
Oh, finally. More March.
Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the Express?
Well, she was completely enveloped in it. Her condition was very similar, just that at that time, the Express did not have a memo keeper who could diagnose her condition. So, Black Swan's like a doctor here?
But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well.
When March awakened from the ice, her memories were completely wiped clean. I want to prepare for the worst and prevent something like that from happening again. Can you share with us your hypothesis?
I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked. Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember?
I'm not a biologist, but I hear that there's a species of fish on Vonbach that has memory span of less than a second. It forgets everything that occurs in the very next instant. Or something similar will happen? Do they even survive? I'm not sure how they live.
Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness.
Turns into nothingness. Nothingness?
The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression.
Present doesn't exist.
Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation of that.
Miss Black Swan, there is one thing I haven't looked into deeply until now. You've guided us to Amphorius but refuse to tell us your true intentions. Collecting memories is simply not a convincing answer. So Mira can see through her shoulder there.
Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me?
Oh, well, whatever. I mean, no offense. I'm merely speculating, but I appreciate your honesty, if possible.
In other words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphorius holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example.
Perfect example? Perfect
A
example?
world that can only be seen through the garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those pathstriders of remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphorius first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form.
So the reason you did everything you could to convince the Express to come to this star zone is to uncover the secrets and follow the plans of these people?
I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the garden's internal conflicts.
Modeling a world is no easy feat. These extremists likely aren't just simple pathstriders. Do they wield the power of emanators?
You can be even bolder with your guesses.
Fully himself.
The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li.
Could they be the ones who hijacked March 7th's memories?
I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they are capable of doing so. I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th, but the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Amphorius is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating.
What's wrong?
Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko.
Which part?
Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies.
Is this when we got hit by Nicodor? Has something changed?
It's Fu Li. Their gaze has just swept across Amphorius.
Is that a bad thing? Are they evil?
Oh, how interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head.
Alright, this.
What's even more interesting is that the word Amphorius has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
It's hard to explain.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of Amphorius, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
Rejected Land. Private collection.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphorius?
Alright, sure, why not? Go for it.
You're planning to head to Amphorius yourself?
Yes, but not in the flesh like you all foolishly did.
Oh.
See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room.
Oh shit, where can we get one of those?
But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology.
There's an upside and a downside to this.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates.
No, we work as a signal booster.
Then, sit back and enjoy the show.
Well, she has the Astro Express's coordinates with the Herta.
Alright, now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work. Play like how you usually do in the simulated universe.
Madam, watching you work has been an enlightening experience for me. It's hard to imagine that an outstanding scholar like you could maintain such a relaxed manner most of the time. Your calm and collected nature is truly a trait that I should learn.
This brat. Why does everything that comes out of his mouth sound so snarky?
Thank you, Madam Herta. Companions are the lifeblood of the Astral Express. When things are settled, we will repay you for all your help.
Well, this young man sure is courteous.
She's into Welt, but not into Sunday. Makes sense, I guess.
First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
As you command, Madam Herta.
So she has 4 mirrors?
The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Amphorius celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herta.
Does it use as space station energy? Yeah, it must, right?
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herta. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question. Let me think.
Choose your avatar,
Forget
character
it.
creator.
Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
As you wish.
How about the 4th mirror?
Fourth mirror, you'll be in charge of... It seems like I have nothing for you. Just stand by and wait for orders.
Ah, standing by again. That's so boring. Next time, can you count down from 4 instead?
Alright.
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. First mirror, let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
What do you mean? I'll be right here.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination: unknown celestial body. Amphorius. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated.
So that's Amphorius? Its appearance is, well, sure is unique. Second mirror, prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright, please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power.
The hell is this?
What a magnificent sight!
This is
Is this the
Aranova.
entrance to Amphorius?
None of them are lit up.
Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in. What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Dr. Ratio. This will be the cliffhanger, I suppose.
Oh, I finally found your traces.
In the previous
How
world.
esteemed must you be for the great Herda to come out personally?
Previous
When we
Aranova.
return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives.
We moved on to the Divergent universe. Flame Reaver. Final.
What's this? How creepy.
I mean, how cool
it
looking.
Moves? Who are you trying to scare?
It moves.
It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of.
No, it's
Now,
actually here. It's actually conscious.
How am I going to get into Amphorius?
Wonder if she'll get attacked by him.
My deepest apologies,
Lygus?
esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
I knew he sounded
Who's
evil.
there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves.
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias.
Fully.
Lycurgus. Lygus.
Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphorius.
Is the entrance to Amphorius?
Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphorius is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
So how come we came
You
flying
seem
in?
to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge. But my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered.
Yeah, what are you gonna do
and that
about
I
it?
insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Like this. Bam.
Within the scope of the alternate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you. After
Very
filtering
erudite.
through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all ears.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphorius is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that, just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition.
I'm also an emanator.
I stake my honor and assure you that, in the worst-case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
Oh. No wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the 3rd logic chain.
Hey, showing up.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
3rd, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot.
They're conscious?
You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the 3rd path that is entangled with Amphorius. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of.
So remembrance, erudition, and
the destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings
Destruction's
and
here.
persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
Is this a prison? For a Lord Ravager? Which is mirrored reverse. Must be. Elegy of Netherwing. Town Pollux. Though you've passed, you still rest upon the shores blooming with Antilla flowers. So I get a sea of flowers for karma. You turn to ash as the answer. The farewells experienced during your travels, hit to the book and write it down. I'll write it down next time. I'm severely out of time. I went an hour over. So, yeah. We're just missing 2 left. Well, Aquila and Kefali. Well, Kefali will be Deliverer. Will be the last one. Aquila will be Yasin. So we're about there. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll do everything my own time. Anyways, peach.